We are here once again. A match between NEXT.kz and Copenhagen Wolves. This is a GosuLeague Division 1 match. This is the second game for these two teams against each other. First game was taken by NEXT.kz with a very unorthodox combination. Well, it's not very unorthodox. It's actually quite an okay combination in pubs. Wisp with an Ursa. Might see that actually more now with a lot of burst damage combined with the Wisp relocate. It's just a very powerful combination. Let's see if they are gonna go for the same thing again or if they're gonna try something different this time. It's gonna be Copenhagen Wolves on the dire side, NEXT.kz on the radiant side. My name is Sheever. I don't have a co-caster with me today, and we're gonna hope that there we go, that Henry actually loads in, and there he goes. And that is gonna be the drafting phase, because this time we have the drafting phase, you know, with actually, what's this? This is no drafting phase. It's an old big phase. So we're gonna have to remake this. I was wondering, like, okay, drafting phase. Well, you know, something was wrong. Couldn't really put my finger on it, but it was an old pick match because the previous game was remade afterwards, so that's probably why it was still pick. So that means we're gonna see another introduction. That means I'm also gonna play a commercial, so I hope that you don't see my previous introduction, so that you know it comes as a surprise what the introduction was, so that you don't see it twice. Yes, it makes perfect sense. See, I keep an eye out, make sure that you know you don't see double stuff. It's always nice. But you know, we have to wait again until you know, both teams are in. And there we go again. There we go again. Boom! And all teams are complete again. And we are gonna go. And it looks like, yeah, as you might know, if you're aware of the schedule of today, both teams have matches after this as well, so they probably want to hurry a bit, which might reflect in their strategy. So let's see if that's indeed going to be true. As whoa, well, there we go. We've stopped. Okay. So once again, we are here with NEXT.kz versus Copenhagen Wolves. This is a GosuLeague match for Division 1. It is from the first playday because the new season has started. Season 3 this is already. And we have NEXT.kz on the Radiant side, Copenhagen Wolves on the Dire side. That is game 2 between these two teams. Previous game was taken by NEXT.kz with a combination of a Wisp and a Ursa. Yes, it happened, and that was just a very good match to watch. Let's see if NEXT.kz is gonna go for that combination again, or if Wolves is gonna make sure that that's not gonna happen, or maybe they want it for themselves, want to try it out. Even though, of course, for NEXT.kz, I mean, they had Ursa Wisp combination, but they did not manage to take out Roshan at level 1. They tried, but they were killed off, slaughtered at the Roshan pit, and yeah, that was just. Well, it was not a really good start. The start they were hoping for. They managed to get back on top of it after all the towers in the game were taken by Copenhagen Wolves already. They were just able to hold Copenhagen Wolves off because they didn't really try to push into their base anymore, and they were able to take some team fights. And that way they could take some towers in return, and they turned it all around and managed to take the fight. And there we go. Copenhagen Wolves do not want to fight with that again. Wisp is banned out. It's a shame, but you know. It's understandable. Lycan banned out as well, together with a Leshrac, a Furion, and a Tide Hunter. So that means what is still in? We still have a Chen, we still have an Enchantress, Invoker, 3 years that are still in, that we sometimes see banned out. We still have a CK in. I know that NEXT.kz has tried CK a couple times, but the times that they tried, they were not able to take the games with it. Let's see if they think that they can do it this time, if they want to pick that one up, or rather have the Invoker, for example. Or the Darkseer was still in as well. That does mean that Wolves are probably going to pick up the Enigma. No, they're not. That means that NEXT.kz could pick up the Enigma and have the Enigma Darkseer combination. Then you can have a black hole into a vacuum, or vacuum into a black hole, whichever way you want it to be. Enchantress is picked up by Wolves, so they have a solid jungle hero now, together with a solo laning hero. And that is already a good combination. This is already a very push-heavy combination as well. And so we're going to see how they're going to work out that strategy. It is a strategy that requires some farm for the
Radiant team pick.
For the lone druid.
10
If they're not gonna pick up an enigma, I mean, besides from it being a good combination with a dark seer, it's a great one to have. Also, if you're gonna have an enchantress on your opponent team, you're actually gonna have something in the jungle that you're gonna be able to deal with, that you're gonna be able to use later on. Black Hole Vacuum, and also that's going to be farming faster than Enchantress, but it looks like they might even be going for a Darkseer in the jungle, as they pick up a Windrunner and a Tinker, both solo laning heroes, and yeah, that might be the case. Sorry, I'm thirsty. I talk a lot, so I drink some water.
5 Night Stalker. Radiant team back.
Night Stalker being picked up by Copenhagen Wolves. We're probably going to see that on a solo lane. We saw Night Stalker in the previous game being played by NEXT.kz and very successful as well. Well, like I said, they did not really use him that much early game. They did not have that much presence because at early game, Wolves were pushing so hard and there was nothing really NEXT.kz could do apart from, you know, try not to die, which they succeeded in. Still, Night Stalker came back pretty hard afterwards as well. Of course, partly because of the Ursa creating opportunities for that. We have the Invoker banned out as well as the Enigma. Beastmaster being banned out as well, as we see that NEXT.kz is banning out some solo lanes, not very surprising. Earthshaker being banned out by the Wolves as well. But yeah, solo lanes are heroes that you want to have banned out because you know that Wolves still needs a solo lane. They could go for Queen of Pain still or something like that. Queen of Pain, Puck, both still in. But actually Queen of Pain would be a good option here. Some extra mid game. But yeah, you want to have a support together with one of the lanes. Doesn't really matter which one. Night Stalker could go solo, but could go on a dual lane as well. Even if they picked up a dual lane like a CK and Age of Depression, still in the pool as well, as a combination wise. Or Broodmother Venomancer still in as well. They did use them very good early on, even though they did not lane them on the same lane, but still. There goes the Venomancer being picked up by NEXT.kz. That's going to be their support and it's going to be their dual lane as well, as we are still to find out which one that's going to be. Because Mantis does not really have a hero yet to play, because he normally plays that carry hero. Might actually be a Morphling still, but if they wanted to go for that, they probably would have picked up a Crystal Maiden, so I'm not very sure of which hero they're going to go with the Venomancer for. Maybe even a Juggernaut, even though I'm not sure if he's that fan of a Juggernaut. We're going to see, though. For Wolves, they do need a hardcore support, unless they want to use their Enchantress as that, but in that case, well, she won't have that much power coming out of the jungle early if they want to try to push earlier than, well, then if they want to push early, like Dot. Okay, yeah, Sentis is hard. But they still have a dual lane to go. And support. Shadow Demon is still in. It's a hero that's being picked up very frequently because its Soul Catcher is just so deadly. Let's see though. Taking their time. Going into bonus time for that as we hear someone pinging very hard on the map. Vengeful Spirit is going to be picked up as a support for Wolves. And the Sand King will be picked up by NEXT.kz. Oh, this... I'm not 100% sure how they're going to lane this now though, because they have a lot of opportunities here. Sand King Venomancer could even just go by themselves and as two heroes that roaming around taking kills with the rest of the heroes solo laning. It's all very possible. Let's see what Wolves is going to answer to that. Because they now know, okay, NEXT.kz does not really have that hard carry. Well, you can call it Tinker hard carry, I guess. Maybe that's what Mantis is going to play. But that means that, you know, something like a Morphling or Anti-Mage is not really needed on the Wolves either. They could still go for a CK. Vengeful Spirit CK could be a good combination. You have those follow-up stuns to deal with. Still could go for Queen of Pain as well. Solo lane. There we go. And that's going to be a Vengeful Spirit and a Night Stalker leaning together. As, yeah, there we go. So we're gonna see how at least NEXT.kz is gonna lane. As for Wolves, it's a bit more obvious. I mean, Enchantress is gonna be in that jungle. Queen of Pain and Lone Druid are gonna be still laning a dual lane for Night Stalker and a Vengeful Spirit. It only depends on if the Night Stalker Vengeful Spirit is gonna be middle or if they're gonna be on a top lane. Lone Druid is probably gonna be on that bottom lane, and Queen of Pain gonna be in whichever lane is left by the Night Stalker Vengeful Spirit. Let's see for NEXT.kz. We're gonna maybe see a hint of what they want to go for so far. We're gonna see, actually Mantis is gonna play that Windrunner, so he is gonna be maybe even on a tri-lane with a Sand King and a Venomancer. That could be a solid tri-lane. Dual lane might also be. I mean, Venomancer could dual lane with basically everybody. At least we're gonna see Mantis up on that Windrunner. We're gonna see Equal up on the Tinker. Reeves is gonna be playing that Darkseer. Stalcat is gonna be playing that Sand King. He was playing the Windrunner in the previous game. And it's gonna be Lucky that's gonna be playing the Venomancer. Everybody up NEXT.kz is gonna go towards that bottom lane. It's game for Sheever. What? And we have an instant pause. Okay. We're gonna have Vengeful Spirit being played by Henry D. or Dickinson, as he is changing his name. We're gonna have S4 playing the Night Stalker. And we are gonna have Calculus in the middle lane on the Queen of Pain, and that will leave Lone Druid on the top lane, played by Balsam, and Enchantress in the jungle, played by the Nino. So it's indeed gonna be a dual lane. It's a bit different than what I expected, but the lanes are the same, as in people on the lanes. It's just a different order of who's going where. And Lucky's scouting out. He could play as a ward right now. He's probably waiting for a bit longer to make sure that, well, that they have the full use of the word, full 6 minutes, not just 5 minutes and 45 seconds if you place it 15 minutes before time. There we go. Placed it at minute 0. At exactly 0, so at 6 minutes time he knows that it will disappear. Illusion rune we picked up by Enchantress. We'll use the scout out. Get some sight on the lanes. Darkseer is gonna be going towards the bottom lane. It's gonna be by himself, and it looks like Venomancer, or at least Equal, is gonna be the middle lane, and Venomancer is gonna continue rotating top. And this will indeed be a tri-lane. And then another pause. Pauses all around. Yay. Vengeful Spirit is gonna scout out some. She might actually be in the jungle with the Enchantress, getting some farm there. I mean, Night Stalker won't really need her all that much. The only thing that... Well... No. Oh. Oh, hello. Just gonna go here for a second. See Stalcat setting ready for a burrow strike. But the blinks are already off, they can see them. They have a ward. So he will be very, 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 very careful. Stalcat could still play as a ward around here, being very aggressive with that. There you go. But yeah, the only danger that the Night Stalker will have on this bottom lane is this. Hello, Iron Shell. Look at Night Stalker, still just trying to last hit, but getting harassed just because he stands there. Gale hits on Balsam. This might actually be a first blood. Burst strike will hit, no doubt. Is there gonna be enough damage to go off though? There's a Windrunner who has her power shot if she wants to, and this is gonna be first blood for sure. Sand King taking the last hit. NEXT.kz on the lead on this top lane, where they make sure that their tri-lane is working out for them. In the meantime, we do have a gank going on this middle lane as well. We'll have a stun up on the Tinker, as well as a follow-up stun from the Centaur, where Queen of Pain actually gets harassed a lot by these Marching Machine. Equal still goes down though, and Queen of Pain will pop herself and will be fine. Shadow Strike of her helped out to kill off the Tinker. Wow. And it was actually Enchantress taking on the last hit there. So this is like a ganking team, and they're gonna try probably do that more often. Also maybe with the Darkseer, even though there will be a bit more trouble, and they will need some special creeps for that. Like Ursa won't be doing any good, as the Sturge will be there. But for example, this Centaur will be a good option, as they would just stun once, as they did just now. Vengeful Spirit stunning first, and then a follow-up stun from the Enchantress with the Centaur could mean a kill up on the Darkseer as well, especially if they do that all as he pops his Surge. Then it would definitely be able to kill him off. But for now, it looks like they're okay with it. We have a Versuta disconnecting, probably because of the lag he mentioned earlier. Smoke up on the Sand King. It's off again though. Burst strike will happen. Yes, there it is. Gale will follow. There we go. And this is it gonna be a second kill on Balsam? I think it is. Windrunner will not be here for this one though, but it won't be needed at all. Couple more right clicks, there we go. Sand King taking another kill, 2 for 0 right now. And Queen of Pain at the same time taking care of Equal once again. Tinker going down, same combination once again. Enchantress and Vengeful Spirit helping out, and Tinker is just being shut down heavily. The danger about Tinker though, I mean, as soon as he has his boot to travel, which he will get sooner or later. I mean, let's face it, even though he's getting shut down, at some point he will have his boot to travel. And when that happens, he's gonna be just as difficult to deal with, even if he has, depending if he has booted travel at level 8, he's gonna be hard to deal with. But if he gets booted travel at level 28, he'll still be hard to deal with. That's basically the tricky thing. Queen of Pain is out of mana. Should stop harassing right now. Has a regen rune though, so it's just fine. And we have a ganking squad rotating to the top lane because they know that. Yeah, actually, they switched the lanes altogether. Nightstalker being here together with the Vengeful Spirit and the Enchantress, while Lone Druid is on this bottom lane. And we'll be able to get a lot more last hits than Nightstalker was as well. Burrow Strike up on the Venom up on Enchantress. Gale! Enchantress going down! Windrunner taking last hit. Stun still left on the Sand King. But Vengeful Spirit is going to try to get away from that one. There will be no mana for another Burrow Strike for a while. Shackled Ledges though. Is there going to be something to follow it up? Void up on the Windrunner, who will be windrunning away from that one, and that will be the end of the harassment from Wolves, because they know that they kind of are not going to be able to kill it. And nobody died in the meantime, did they? No. Nope. Not at all. As we see, well, Tinker has now died twice. That's the 2 kills that Wolves have, and Enchantress dying once, just now Lone Druid twice as well. It's a very even split. I mean, Windrunner is definitely winning this middle lane, especially since you got also one of the 2 kills. But like I said, Tinker, I mean, his main job is stopping Queen of Pain from farming, stopping him from pushing down. Okay, Queen of Pain is farming, but at least she's not pushing down the tower. And as soon as he is, as he got his boots to travel, he will be able to be. Well, to be his normal self and just be annoying all over the map. But Queen of Pain is winning this lane, especially on last hit. She is now on 22 for 2, while Tinker is on 15 for 5 and has died twice. In his top lane, it is NEXT.kz that has the advantage here. Definitely slow up on the Venomancer. Burst Strike could happen too, and they know it, so they don't follow it because of the March of the Machines is there. And they probably know by now that it's quite high level, as it is level 3, as Tinker did spec that as one of his first skills. Vengeful Spirit rotating to the top lane once again. And as well the Nightstalker, they just want to continue farming here. And they now know that Sand King is probably not going to be here anymore. Well, he is. But they knew that Venomancer wasn't, even though he's not getting out to. So he would be able to get some more farm now, but he will probably back off as soon as they see him there. Shackle does ledge though! That's gonna be the end here. Burrow Strike happens! Gale will still happen, I think. Unless he... Yeah, there we go. It is nighttime though. He will be a bit faster, but he won't be able to get away from this one, I think. One more right click to do the job, and it's gonna be Venomancer taking the kill. And that is 3 for 0 on this top lane in general. Doesn't really matter who has who, but 4 kills on this top lane actually. And 4 kills in total in the entire game. Hello. Where are you gonna go? There is a smoke up if they want to use it, and Tinker is gonna be the unlucky one again, it looks like. Queen of Pain will be able to throw that. Oh, they don't see him. Oh, now they do. Now they do. Here comes the slow. Here comes the Shadow Strike. And, or is there a Shadow Strike? No, yeah, there it is. A Sonic Wave going through as well. Will it be enough for a kill though? That's the question. Yes it is. Yes it is. One more right click. It's going to be Enchantress taking the kill. Calculus still takes a lot of damage from the tower, but has got a bottle charger 2 left. Actually 3 left, and will be able to survive that. In the meantime, bottom lane, it's going to be Darkseid. Going to try to get away from this one. Is going to try to TP away. Will probably be able to do so unless there is a lucky entangle, which there wasn't on the right click that they still had. Kill going off, still up on the Lone Druid. Will Lone Druid die here for the 3rd time? Burrow Strike as well. Yes, Venomancer taking the kill. Venomancer still going down though to the Nightstalker, as Nightstalker has turned his eyes up on the Sand King, who goes into a sandstorm, and there's nothing Nightstalker can do to stop that one from happening. Vengeful Spirit might send through a wave of terror, but that's about it. That's about it. Level 1 on the sandstorm though, so he won't be able to go into the sandstorm again before his duration is over. He will be able to Burrow Strike maybe and then get out of that one. He will probably try to Burrow Strike into the trees. Oh, hello, but there's the fish head. That's a kill. Nightstalker making sure that happened. Making sure the tree went down. And that's gonna be 4 heroes for Wolves on this bottom lane, as the only one not there is the Queen of Pain, who's still farming this middle lane. 33 for 3, as well, she's doing okay for herself. She's definitely doing okay for herself, and Wolves just want to push down this tower, and that will make them be even on towers again, because the tier 1 tower on the top lane has already dropped. Experience graph is still so very even though. 5 for 5 in kills. Towers are soon to be even as well, even though NEXT.kz is going to try to defend this. We'll place down ward, level 2 ward. Gale going through here. Hits up on the Lone Druid. Stun going off on the Darkseid though, so he won't be able to chase. Gets an entangle as well on top of that one. And they still want it. Shackle. Let's just do the 1-3 out. Burrow strike on 2 heroes. Nice burrow strike from Selka, but he will go down to the Queen of Pain. Lone Druid is gonna force himself to be a bear, and they will try to take these kills. There's Queen of Pain, wants to go for Venomancer, takes Venomancer, wanting to go for the last one there, or last two there, rather. Mantis going down, triple kill for Calculus, and that's not gonna be a ultra kill because Lone Druid took the kill on the Darkseer, and that is gonna be the TP out from the Vengeful Spirit, and the tower going down in favor of Wolves, and the only one that was not there for NEXT.kz, and the only one that did not die for NEXT.kz on this bottom lane was Equal, who was farming on the middle lane, and the only thing for them is that Equal was able to get some free farm. Queen of Pain left her lane and was able to give Equal some right clicks for himself, even though he is still far off away from his Boots of Travel, which is gonna be his first item if he has a choice, if he has enough farm. If he gets shut down too hard, he might choose to go for something else just to make sure he doesn't die more than he already did, but for now, this is just fine. Lone Druid is gonna continue taking farm. This lane switch for Wolves is really working out, by the way, even though on the top lane they did see like they lost more than they gained, especially when Enchantress went down. But this Lone Druid is actually gaining a lot here. 27 last hits, and yeah, doing good. Has not died that much yet. I mean, he still died only three times in middle lane. In the meantime, stun going off on the Tinker. Tinker going down very fast with the scream of Queen of Pain, and they want to go for Venomancer as well. And nice Stalker taking a void, hitting him, and that's gonna be a Night Stalker going down as well. He can't really do anything here as he's getting blocked in by the creeps and giving the vision from the Windrunner as well. Void still goes off, and that's actually gonna be Windrunner in a lot of trouble. He still gets the kill, or Tinker actually getting the kill, but Windrunner going down as well as Night Stalker took the kill from her with the last void that he could do before he died. That's definitely a worthy trade, or at least, you know, if you know that you're gonna die anyway, why not take someone with you? Good choice. And they're gonna push down their second tier 1 tower. So you have the Goldcraft dropping in favor of Wolves with these towers as well. Not very surprising. Lucky, what can he do here? Nothing all that much. Nothing all that much. He TP'd in. The bear is just gonna be able to push in the meantime. Surge. They don't want to chase. They're really careful right now. They know Queen of Pain is full on health and mana, and they just don't want to get caught out. They should also know the Sonic Wave is still up. Darkseer taking a lot of damage from the Shadow Strike, and he's actually having to back off here. Ranger's there as well. Night Stalker is gonna go probably towards the bottom lane to continue his farm. Shackle doesn't let. Power Shot will shoot anyway. And it took them 3 heroes here in this middle lane to defend their tier 1 tower. If it's gonna be worth it, we will see. We will see indeed. Sand King in the meantime has farmed some on the top lane. It's got his mana boots complete. It's got 19 last hits, and he has 700 gold. It probably wants to go for his Blink Dagger at some point, but for now he won't get it. Oh, Windrunner taking a stun out of position. Another stun is gonna go down here for sure. And Vengeful Spirit, they want to take the last hit. I mean, that's just bad luck. That is just bad luck. I mean, they had a ward here, and here comes a Dire, and they had 3. Well, actually, yeah, 3 heroes versus 1. That's not really an even fight, and that's just being caught out of position. And that's just I really like this, by the way. Look at this. I was gonna say that's just bad luck. I mean, maybe bad luck in combination with ward positioning. But if we see these wards are like on top of each other, just like these. I wonder if that's like you know, you can now predict where these 2 teams will place their wards. Or if it's just, I don't know, it just looks weird. It just looks weird. They know the Queen of Pain is there. They might want to try to catch her out of position. Surge, Burrow Strike, hits. Shackle also hits. Power Shot, that's gotta be a kill. Darkseer taking that one. As we might have a blink off because they now know, yeah, there we go. Blinks here because they now know that there is vision up on the high ground for the Radiant, so we'll see a counter ward pretty soon. In the meantime, Night Stalker is on his bottom lane farming, as well as pushing out a tier 2 tower, and quite freely as well. Reeves is gonna come in now, but the tower is already taking some damage, almost down to half HP already. Tinker, how far is Tinker? 1200 gold. He's farming, but he's not farming that fast, but he's definitely farming. He'll get there. And for now, he has to walk back every time he's out of mana. That's his curse. 4 heroes of Wolves in this middle lane. Well, there were 4 heroes until S4 ran back. 3 heroes now. They're gonna try to counterward something. They at least counterwarded. No, not yet. they're gonna count toward that one, and they will be able to do so. And they don't know about this one yet, though, about these. Oh well. Bear taking some damage. We'll be able to be respawned anyway, off cooldown. So should be just fine. It's a bit of a standoff. It was a bit of a standoff in the middle lane. Nobody really getting farm. Nobody really getting a tower down. So yeah, they both back off. The only one really that has to be here for NEXT.kz is the Tinker, because he's able to stop any pushing from happening with his March of the Machines anyway. And for Copenhagen Wolves, I mean, they really don't have any gain to keep standing there. They don't really have that hard carry that needs that much farm. Apart from, well, Lone Druid is not really a hard carry, but he does need that farm up.
Haste.
Especially if he wants to get that relic. And ultimately that radiance up on his Spirit Bear. Sand King still farming. Gold graph is 1k in favor of Wolves. Not that much though, considering well, they are 6 kills ahead, but only 1k. That's really not a lot. Towers are even. So yes, actually, I would almost say that Wolves might be slightly behind with that amount of kills that they are ahead. And the reason that would be was that they have been well, roaming and be standing in the middle longer than NEXT.kz has with that many people. NEXT.kz has actually been able to continue their farm, and we will now see the gold graph in favor again for NEXT.kz, as well, they just took down the tower, as you could see. As you could see, 1700 gold up on the Sand King. He is building towards the Blink Dagger, and as soon as he has that, he will be able to, well, he will be able to, not just that, he will go for, well, they will go for more teamfights. Sorry, I'm distracted by Pursuda. I say sad smiley face because he's sad.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
More creeps. And he's so close to the Blink Dagger right now. He doesn't want to have the risk of dying, so he backs off. And the rest of the Wolves team going towards the top tower. And well, actually might try to come in from behind. Enchantress and Venomancer do it. Vengeful Spirit do as well as a Night Stalker. Want to come in from behind. Gonna see the Tinker first though. They don't want to go for the Tinker right now. They want to go for the Venomancer. Venomancer out of position. Void! Stun will do the job. Vengeful Spirit taking the last hit, and that's going to be the end of the tower as well, as Enchantress will make sure that the creep wave is delayed from pushing in. Look at this tower just dropping very fast. And there he goes. Last hit goes to the Night Stalker. They might actually go for more right now. And Wild's going to helping out there with the tornado that we saw.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No, they're not going to go for more. So, yeah, again, we saw the tower going up and the tower going down. So, still even on the towers. But I'm going to take another sip of water. Because that is needed. Like, very much needed. Booted Travel upon the Tinker. There we go. Like I said, no matter how long you shut him down, he will get his boots of travel eventually, and he got it, and he will be annoying with that. Looked like he still wants to farm though before doing his more pushing heavy job. He also don't want to risk TPing in somewhere where he knew was a hero there earlier, because he knew he would still get caught out. We have Queen of Pain actually building towards her Aghanim Scepter, so she will be able to throw out her Sonic Wave every 40 seconds, well, every 40 seconds as soon as she's level 16, for that matter. Until then it's 70 seconds, I thought, let's see. Yeah, 70. Still quite fast. And quite needed as well, as Sand King now has its Blink Dagger, so it might be NEXT.kz will be trying to look for more team fights. And if you're gonna be able to have a Sonic Wave every time, that's just gonna be a massive advantage for you. At least you put yourself on even ground, because, I mean, I say Sand King versus like Epicenter, it's a good combination to have. It's, well, combination, as in one hero. Sand King with a Blink Dagger. It's a massive team fight advantage if you're able to pull it off properly. And for the Dire side, they don't really have that much team fight, apart from the Sonic Wave, maybe. And maybe you can count also Lone Druid as soon as he got his Radiance, but for now he's still building towards the 2600 gold, still building towards his Radiance. When he has that, that will be different. Also, he will try not to mingle too much in team fights, because he just needs that Radiance up. He can't really do that much otherwise. So we're not gonna see that much of him yet, as I feel like NEXT.kz should be pushing right now, or at least should be trying to force the team fight. And I'm curious to see when we're gonna see that, or at least maybe they're just gonna use it to Well, to kill off this one, Gil will hit 2, but Queen of Pain blinks away, and there is the Darkseer vacuum there as well. Queen of Pain will be able to blink away right now, though, will be able to be safe. Or will she? Windrunner, Windrunning away, getting a surge as well. Power shot will go through. Invisibility rune though, and that will stop the rocket from flying. Nice escape from Calculus. Well, yeah, nice or lucky, I don't know what to call it. That rune there saved his life, that's for sure. I mean, that was 5 heroes deployed to kill one Queen of Pain. They must find her really threatening. More threatening than the Lone Druid? Maybe. And then again, Lone Druid doesn't really show himself. I'm quite surprised that there's no other wards up for the Radiant team, by the way. We see a ward for the Dire team, very defensive one. So that they're able to spot, you know, this little thing here. Swap. Stun. Darkseer in a bad spot. Gets picked off, and Chandra's taking the last hit with her imprint.
You okay?
You okay? There goes the tower. Wonder if they can't really push it down though. There's too much defense coming out. Shackle still lights on the Night Stalker though, slightly out of position. Gale goes through, Power Shot goes through. Venom has the ulti, Burst Strike Epicenter, they want to go for it. There goes the Night Stalker, and are they gonna get more? It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it at all. Tinker TP's out of there. We'll be back probably shortly if they're gonna continue this. Or he will be TPing to the top lane to push down that tower. In the meantime, they did not get a tower for that kill. That there's equal again, and they still want the tower. Shackle does not land. Sonic Wave going through. Burst Strike. In the meantime as well, Queen of Pain blinking out of that one. Will be able to be safe. Takes a kill as well, though it's very, very, very slow. As the Martian machines will make sure that Enchantress do not get close to this one, and they might indeed be able to push down the tower. Where is their creep wave? There it is. Very far behind. And who needs a creep wave though? Look at that tower, it goes down slowly and steadily. We'll be able to get the knight pretty soon as well by the Vengeful Spirit. Shackle, latches, fortification going off. Vengeful Spirit is gonna take a laser, it's gonna go down here. It's not gonna try to deny the tower and gonna go down. No, she's not through the rocket, she's not gonna go down. TP out from Mantis says he won't be able to do so because Night Stalker's Void will make sure that doesn't happen. Immediate TP out from the Tinker once again, and there goes the Venomancer as well as he is out of there. 1300 gold up on the Venomancer. Quite nice for a support actually. Picked up a Arcane Boots. And I have to say, that's all tier 1 tower. Every tier 1 tower of both teams down. So once again, towers even, but this time 3k in favor of Copenhagen Wolves. Not very surprising because we just saw NEXT.kz with all their heroes on the bottom lane for a very long time. They didn't get that much kills. They only took down the tower. And yeah, in the meantime, of course, Copenhagen Wolves was continuing to farm. So that's going to be a massive difference. As well as you know, the thing that I say a lot, so I notice, I even myself notice that I say it a lot. I don't think I've said it this game yet though. I mean, NEXT.kz does not have a jungle hero, and Copenhagen Wolves does, so Enchantress will get will be the 4th person farming for the Dire side, while the Radiant side only has 3. That's a different thing. Gold. So oh. Let's just check this for a second if we see that back in any miraculous numbers or something like that. Oh, we're gonna find someone. Hello, Darkseer. Oh. See, Vengeful Spirit actually 2-0-12. Very impressive. Been in 14 out of the 16 kills for the Radiant side. For the Dire side, actually, Shackle. Ledges bells into his bear. Vacuum there as well. It's gonna turn into a bear though. Gale going through as well. He'll be very slow. He did not pick up well his recipe yet for his Radiance. Is going to be Vengeful Spirit's going to be trying to back out. Will this be the first time she dies? It doesn't look like it. Burst Strike Epicenter in the meantime. Belsum still not dead as Darkseer is still trying to get the kill. Will be able to get the kill. In the meantime though, Venomancer going down to the Enchantress while the Windrunner TP's out of there, and it's gonna be Darkseer to try to do the same, but there's a stun, won't be able to do so, and goes down here to the Enchantress as she gets a double kill for that one. And Vengeful Spirit did not die. Has now been in 16 kills out of the 19. Only 3 kills she has not been present for. And that's a very good track record for a support hero. There goes the Sand King. Got his, well, Blink Dagger. We saw it once. We saw his Blink Dagger Burst Strike once. Did not really have the wanted result. I mean, he did kill off 1 hero, I believe, but that's it. And you kind of want to have more, like 2 or 3, if you're lucky. In the meantime, Roshan will be taken down by Wolves here, and the Aegis will be picked up by Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is building towards a BKB by the looks of it. Picked up an Overclock, is able to pick up her Minthra Hammer, but she might want to just wait. Oh, actually, no, she doesn't. There's the Minthra Hammer. Because sometimes you'll see people that want to wait until they can buy the whole thing up. Just in case they die and want to buy back, but she's not that much of a worry for that one. As this game, I mean, 19 kills for 9, so kills very much in favor of Wolves, as is the goal, 3k, but 3k is not that much for 23 minutes in. Towers are very even, experience also in favor of Wolves, but still, it's not that much that you would call it hopeless. This is still a very, very even game. I mean, just one team fight with a good burst like Epicenter might change everything around. Okay, it's not really even game, but it's still everything can happen game. That's it. That's what I meant to say. They have 4 staff up on the Tinker as well. It's just in case he is on a lane and he wants to just push down, well, like he is now. He wants to be able to force stuff himself away and just TP out. Still Shackle, doesn't latch. Power shot will go through. Like some rocket. March to the machines will make sure that they back off though. Very threatening. Like I said earlier, they probably now know that it's high level, so they don't really want to walk into that and take the team fight there. It's just too risky. Rocket once again. Void going off on the Venomancer. Vacuum. Pipe up on the die side. There's the epicenter, but the pipe is up! Swamp goes up so that Nightstalker will have an extra chance of surviving. He does survive. Sonic Wave going through. Does not hit on Mance anymore. He is going to be on his way out as the... Wow, Shadow Strike up on the Venomancer, and Lone Druid taking care of the last hit. Nightstalker's gonna try to be on his way out. Burst Strike lands on 2 heroes. His Vengeful Spirit's gonna try to get away from that one. Looks to be surviving once again. I can't say the same for who. Well, for who? Actually, for the Sand King, maybe. Maybe for the Sand King. He's got 50 HP left. Will he be able to survive? Yes, he is. Blink away there. Radiance off on the Spirit Bear, by the way. So that's why he had to blink away from that one. And very low bear. Very low another bear. It's actually because he is in his ultimate. Look at those heroes. I mean, it's not just Lone Druid that's low. Queen of Pain, very low as well. Venomancer, very low as well. But they were not able to kill off anybody apart from the Venomancer. As in, the Die were not able to kill off anybody apart from the Venomancer. And Sand King actually not getting a kill there is very, well, very disappointing together with the Tinker. I mean, you kind of would have expected some kills, but that pipe. Without that pipe, that would have ended so differently. That pipe was up, made a world of change, and they have that up only for just now, not for that long, as Nightstalker just completed it only. So that's a difference. TP out and means from the Tinker. Nightstalker not able to do anything about it anymore. Nightstalker who's taking a bit more of a tanky role here. Not unsurprising because the carry role is not up to him, it's up to Calculus and the Lone Druid being played by Balsam. And yeah, that Radiance there will make sure that he farms so fast right now. He doesn't even need to have his bear here for to help farm anymore. He can send his bear somewhere where he just stands up with his Radiance and just continues to do damage, but yeah, it's just it's a good combination. Aghanim Scepter up for Enchantress in the meantime as well. I mean, it's not an item that we normally see as an Enchantress, but she's not gonna go for not going for a very hard support role here. It's more like the Vengeful Spirit's job, and Enchantress actually is one of these heroes that if she gets a chance to just stay out of range and continues to hit stuff, then she will be able to do a lot of damage because she will be neglected almost, and she is 5 for 1 for 5, so she is being neglected a lot. She is she's been able to farm properly. And she should, in team fights as well, be able to just stand out, not get hit by a Burst Strike Epicenter because she would be too far out for that, and she would just be able to continuously hit her opponents with her impetus and doing tons of damage from afar. Mechanism up on the Windrunner, so that will help them as well in the team fights to come. Might make a difference. And the Tinker got 2100 gold as well. He's probably gonna go for Sheepstick when he can. Because they need some answer for the Lone Druid, as well as for the Nightstalker, as well as for the Queen of Pain. They need a lot of sheep sticks. Burst Strike, Power Shot, Shackle, but here comes Queen of Pain. Wants to go for it. Shadow Strike up on Sand King. Haste Rune up on her as well. There goes some rockets. Do they still want to go on this? It doesn't look like they do. Or does it? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Everybody backing off. And I need some more water. Pipe up, NEXT.kz has a complete Epicenter, Blink, Burst Strike, it's only a 1, that's the first time that the Vengeful Spirit goes down. That's at least one that they get. Shadow Strike up on the Darkseer. Gil does not hit on anybody. Impetus up on Darkseer, taking a lot of damage, and he surges himself away. Will be able to make it out, but that initiation did not go as planned. Shackle still does not latch on the bear, and that is Wolves trying to take it back. Lucky is gonna go down here as well, and there goes the Tinker. Is he gonna go down? No, he is not. It's gonna be Belton that's gonna be in some trouble, though. Will get picked off by the Tinker, but the Tinker's marching the machines even. Tinker still getting picked off. Nice Soccer making sure of that one, as Windrunner is still gonna try to run away from that one. Is not gonna be able to make it, and Chandra's getting the last hit of that one, as she is gonna go down to the Burst Strike of the Sand, who's gonna put himself in a sandstorm. Will take some damage from Queen of Pain, but she does not have any mana anymore. Well, now she does again, but not for a Scream yet, as the Scream might be able to kill off the Sand King, as she knows that she wants to stay around as long as she can. Surge gonna go up on the... Oh, Urn. Surge was on the Sand King, who's gonna be able to back off. I think the Urn will not do enough damage to take him over. We will see though. No, he'll be fine. So that was 2 for 2, actually 2 for 3, because of course Vengeful Spirit died for the first time in the game, and that's gonna be the 3 heroes that went down for the dire side. Vengeful Spirit combined with the Enchantress and a Lone Druid, while Tinker and Windrunner wants to die for the Radiant team. But again, I mean, it was the Radiant team that was initiating. It was the Blink, Burst, Strike, Epicenter, the Sand King, the team fight that they so depend on right now. And I mean, it did kill off 3 heroes, but mostly they killed off the heroes after their initiation. Because of course, in the team fight, I can't really call it a team fight actually, because it was just Vengeful Spirit that was standing there. Vengeful Spirit was the only one to die, and after that it was 2 versus 2 in the fight that followed afterwards upon the initiation of the Wolves. And that's actually for Wolves. They should have probably backed off when they knew that they weren't gonna die anymore to that gank, that initiation. Hello. I was gonna say, where'd you leave your gem on the floor? But yeah, that was just not a great team fight for neither actually. It was just I mean, a team fight at the start. I mean, they only got the Vengeful Spirit, even though it was the first time she went down. It was not really all that much of an accomplishment. And the chase for the Wolves afterwards was not really worth it either. Even though, you know, they got some kills out of it, but they lost some people too. They even lost the Lone Druid, and that's just a hero that you don't really want to lose, because you want to continue building up items on him. He has 1600 gold right now. And is probably looking for more items for his bear. Maybe something like like an assault cuirass or something like that. Let's see those smoke up on the Radiant side. They're gonna find the Lone Druid. Shackle does not latch. Power shot will go through, but no one. Will go through no one. Burst Strike Epicenter. No. No. That's just all I can say. A bit trigger happy this one. Style cat. Very tricky happy even. Okay, so let's see though. Gold graph. I mean, it's still very even. I mean, it's 4k in favor of Wolves, but there's still no tower difference. It's just kills, and it's 11 kills difference. Not being kept even. Rockets will fly. Power shot as well. Pipe up for the Radiant entire side. They want to go for the Shackle. Does latch on 2 heroes though. Queen of Pain, Sonic waving through. Blinking in there, standing in the middle of the March of the Machines, though stun landing on the Darkseer. Venomancer will be going off in the middle of that as well, as Enchantress is going to be the one to try to get away from that one. Has got her heal up, will be able to be safe. We don't have a Burst Strike blink or we don't have an Epicenter up on the Sand King. He's trying to look for something to do, but he can't really find anything. Queen of Pain picks up the Windrunner at the sideline, as she's probably still going to die here to the Tinker. Or is she? No, she's not yet. Anyway, we're going to try to follow this one again, because Vengeful Spirit actually went down here. Darkseer got the kill up on the Vengeful Spirit, and yeah, Queen of Pain went down, but it did have the Aegis, so was up again once again, and was able to blink away from that one. So in fact, it was 1 versus 1, and that would have been so different if that Burst Strike Epicenter was there. If that would have been there in that fight, that would have definitely gone to NEXT.kz. Definitely. They were just too tricky happy on that top lane. They did not have the vision. They were just too much into their let's kill stuff zone without actually killing stuff. It's always quite painful. Queen of Pain has 2400 gold. Might also be trying to work towards a sheepstick or something that you can pop off to stop that Tinker from farming, or from that Sand King from epicentering if she can. But we will see if she's actually going to go for the Tinker. Is indeed building towards it. Picked up an ultimate orb and has 1900 gold up already, so probably going to be able to buy it fairly soon. Well, not really actually. 2k gold about-ish. A little bit less, but yeah. Still quite a lot of gold to go. Darkseer going for Aghanims. I mean, we don't really see an Aghanims that much anymore on a Darkseer, especially not since the fix long ago when the Darkseer also was able to create illusions of upon your own heroes. And so far we have seen a couple of Darkseer wolves, but I have not noticed that they brought some. Well, they mostly stopped the enemy from trying to go through. Kind, that's it. I'm not sure if it's worth to go for a Aghanim Scepter for that, but we will see how that works out. Because of course the Aghanims, well, the illusions from the replica wall are those kind of illusions you kind of forget about. You kind of don't do anything with them because you want to focus on the heroes in a team fight. And if there's going to be a lot of illusions, that might be a very good way to defend them. Oh, burst strike, blink upon burst strike upon 3 heroes. Rockets going through as well. Vacuum there. Is there going to be more though? Stun landing upon the Darkseer. Darkseer getting slowed as well. Pipe is up for him now. He takes a lot of damage. 4 stabs up, and that's gonna be the end of the Darkseer. Still puts up his wall before going down. Venomancer going down towards the Queen of Pain and pops her BKB. Will be able to blink away soon, but Shackle doesn't last. Blink away will be there, and Burst Strike is not long enough for them to kill off Calculus. In the meantime, Rockets still kill off the Tinker. Well, at least no, not Rockets. It was Enchantress taking him down. Rockets were able to do something against that, but that's 3-0 in favor of Wolves, and this will give them a tier 2 tower in the middle, and that will be the first tier 2 tower to go down, definitely. There it goes. And there's nothing that NEXT.kz can do to stop this from happening. They have got a Burst Strike Epicenter up once again, but to actually make good use of that, they do kind of need the whole team. I mean, we saw earlier, if they use it too premature, if they don't use it at the right time, it will be useless, and in the later stage of the game, you might be regretting that you used it earlier because you want to have it up at the perfect situation, which came like 10 minutes later. Of course, that is always going to be the case. You don't ever gonna have a perfect situation to use your Burst Strike Epicenter, and yeah, it's a tricky call to make. In the meantime, hello. Oh, it's an illusion. I was wondering. Actually, where is she? There she is. Yeah, but Roshan is gonna be taken out. I'm gonna take another sip of water. Sorry.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
A lone druid picking up the ages.
Top tower is under attack.
Oops. Power shot going through. If they would have been here sooner, as in NEXT.kz, they might have had a good opportunity for the Burst Strike Blink Epicenter as well. You might notice that I call them out in random orders. It's just so you know, it's Epicenter, Blink, Burst Strike. That's what I mean when I say those 3 spells in after each other, in no matter what order. Smoke still up for some of the Radiant Siders. They're kind of having to look to push in. I mean, they have a Tinker, and it's very hard to push against a Tinker, even though it just did just happen because the Tinker went down. But Tinker doesn't really have the space to push for himself because he's getting caught out every time before he reaches the tower. It's of course great to do what Wolves are doing, but yeah, it's not going to give them many towers anytime soon. For the Radiant side, that is. BKB up on the Night Stalker. Enchantress picking up a Headrest. They're gonna go for mech because they don't have that one yet. Queen of Pain building towards the Mystic Staff just needs 400 gold. Well, 350 rather. And then only the Void Stone for the Sheep Stick. Let's see what the bear has so far. He's building towards the Soul Cuirass from the looks of it. He's building it on himself though. Picked up a Plate Mail, picked up a Hood of Defiance. Even though apparently, well, there's already a pipe up, so he doesn't really need to have another pipe. NEXT.kz and Wolves so close together yet so far apart. Very tricky situation. And they will be fine. It's a tough position to be in. I mean, you can't really push out over range of your tower, apart from if you're a Tinker, but you can't really go farm here, even though it looks very tempting. In middle lane you have to be careful, because you don't really, like right now, you don't really know where all the heroes are. Well, of course you know where this one is actually. Tinker gonna go down here, not able to TP out in time. Sonic Wave being used by the Queen of Pain, level 20 on the Queen of Pain right now. As the experience graph is actually quite far but in favor of Wolves. I'm waiting for Epicenter here, by the way. You could try it. Actually, no, it links it to the low ground. Burst Strikes up on the Enchantress. Gale going through as well. She's gonna try to TP out of this one. Vacuum will make sure that she doesn't though. She's gonna be getting away from this one. I doubt it. Focus Fire will help out there as well. Windrunner taking the last hit with that. And the bear is not able to do anything against it either, as he's just going to take some harassment. Actually, he gets shackled to a tree, but we'll get TV back. Nice shackle. Yeah, we'll get TV back to the rest of his team. So just an easy pickup for him, but just like Tinker was an easy pickup on the top lane. 1 for 1. 1 for 1. 1400 gold up on Lone Druid already. Again. He's farmed so fast with that bear that way. 1500 gold up on the Night Stalker. So what hero did I miss? Queen of Pain. 2300 gold, 3200 gold rather, all the way around 33 right now. As well, she might just want to, like I said earlier when she was going to buy her beacon base, she might just want to wait until she can buy everything in one go. I mean, she doesn't have inventory space to place something anywhere anyway. So if she can buy it at the same time, she only has to go to the secret shop once. And donkey is constantly in use, so she can't really buy it right now. So she would have to use the donkey. Academy's completed up on the Darkseer. Let's see though, if we missed something. Springer's Craft. It's just all heavily in favor of Wolves right now, but they are playing it very safe. I mean, they know that one team fight that with the Sand King Burst Strike Epicenter, that could go wrong. And if that goes wrong, they might just lose a lot. And with a lot, I do mean a tier 2 tower, maybe even more. Queen of Pain finished her Scythe of Ice right now. So that will be the item for her. She did buy everything in one go. Tinker also Scythe of Ice. So almost completed at the same time as the Tinker did. So I'm just going to show you this graph because I don't think I have done that yet, apart from by accident earlier. So let's see. We have got the Dire side first. We have the Dire side Lone Druid and Queen of Pain actually being the one to farm best. Lone Druid being a close second. Queen of Pain being 441 gold per minute. Massive amount, mostly coming from kills most likely, and of course some creeps as well. For the Radiant side though, nobody above 350, which is a Tinker, farming most for that one. And the highest farmer for Tinker, I mean Tinker has got 14k gold in total. And that is a 3k gold difference, more than 3k, 3.5k, 3.6k for Calculus on his Queen of Pain. That's a full item. And that could be very deadly if later on. And we do see everybody of Wolves gathering on the bottom lane, wanting to push in. We'll be able to do so as well. Tower goes down. They figured, okay, our bear is farmed enough. So it's not completed yet, but who cares? 3400 gold up on Balsam. I mean, that's the thing earlier. I said it in the previous game as well. Lone Druid is one of those heroes that you can just, you can siege a base, you can let him stand at the bottom of the tower, out of range, and you can send your bear in to attack for you. And I mean, as an opponent side, you could still kill off the bear, I guess, but he takes, well, he takes a lot of damage, as in he has 2700 HP, and that's a lot of HP to take down. And he will have done some damage to your tower beforehand. Sand King is looking for his perfect combination once again. Let's see if he's gonna get it upon his Lone Druid. Shackle doesn't latch. Power shot, not hitting. Oh, hello, Night Stalker. Gale going through as well. Burst Strike, Sand King a bit out of position, blinks back instantly. Good reaction. Watch the machines, will make sure that Wolves don't chase them in the meantime from the top lane. Here comes the Queen of Pain. Shackle does latch Queen of Pain though, gets turned into a piglet as well. Burst Strike is here as well. This might be the end of Queen of Pain. Vacuum there. BKB was popped right before she went down, but down she went. Darkseer taking the last hit, and that's gonna be the cue for Wolves to back off once again, because NEXT.kz is defending this harshly, and will be able to maybe even continue pushing. I mean, Queen of Pain is a very good big force up on the Dire team right now, and this might give them some opportunity to take some extra space that they have missed earlier. I mean, of course, Darkseer is, Night Stalker is still dangerous heroes to fight, as well as every other hero, Lone Druid as well, but Lone Druid will probably more likely continue to farm rather than anything else, even though he is waiting for that creep wave right now. Night Stalker chasing down Equal. TP is gonna come in though. Fundamancer, is he gonna land a kill? No, he's not. Force Staff's gonna be too late. They still want him though. They still want him. Blocking was not enough, not fast enough. And I do think they're gonna turn around too. Silence up on Darkseer. Gonna try to block him. Burst Strike does not hit. S4 still on the run. Night Stalker nighttime. It's just one of those perks you get. Being super fast. He tried to vacuum him up onto the high ground. Impetus going off on Stalker. Gil, nice shackle. Lone Druid out of position. There's Venomans are going down so fast, and Chandra's taking the last hit. Darkseer was up here as Darkseer himself is trying to get away from the impetus from Enchantress. Enchantress still standing in the back trying to kill off as many people as she wants. Vacuum made sure that everybody was too close, but Enchantress still called out the Windrunner. Age has gone up, and it's 2 for 2 right now. And there's the burst strike again. Low Druid. Is he gonna be able to get away from that one? It doesn't look like it. Stun still lands on the Sand King though. Might give him some space, but no Darkseer taking the kill.
Dire's bottom
Vengeful
tower
Spirit is gonna
under
back out
attack.
from that one. And that's gonna be a fight in favor of NEXT.kz. I think that is it. And it was close to the Roshan pit, but it wasn't even close to when Roshan was about to spawn. It's quite surprising. Normally you see these kind of fights as soon as well, as the Roshan is about to be up, which is not the case in this case. Let's see though, 12k now. His experience graph did go up a bit again, because of course killing off heroes that are higher level than you will get you extra experience. See, Tinker and Queen of Pain, 225 kills, last hits rather, versus 256 last hits. And the only one that comes close to that is the Dire side as well. Lone Druid 243 is actually higher than Tinker again as well. So that is a massive difference. Two heroes very farming very hard up on the Radiant side. Sorry, up on the Dire side. Wow, confusing. And well, Tinker farming very hard on the Radiant side. Darkseer is doing a good job too, but he is a Froy. He's a Darkseer. He's not going to be able to semi-carry that. He's an enabler, and he has enabled, but still, it's all he does. Sorry, it's just very thirsty game apparently. And both teams are playing very passive right now. I mean, okay, Wolves know they're ahead right now. They know they see the kills too. They know they almost have double kills, but they can't really let themselves get caught out. They can't really go in before they're absolutely ready for it, because they have to risk of. I mean, they have to actually push in themselves, because they know that there's not gonna be head-on team fight from NEXT.kz. I mean, nice shackle up on the bear though, as in Spirit Bear. And then the Radiant side does have the Sand King with that Burst Strike Epicenter, and that is a good combination, but the only reason you're going to be able to do that is if you're having the space to do it, if you're going to surprise them with it. And Wolves know what's going to happen, and know that they have to be really careful, and they are really careful. Wow. Night Stalker being very careful here once again, TPing out of there. Just like Sand King is being very careful. He doesn't have a TP though, picked up a Mystic Staff as well. He's probably going to go for a Shiva's Guard, as we have Roshan back up again. That's going to be a Roshan kill towards Wolves once again. Even though once again it would be a perfect opportunity for Sand King to do his Burst Strike Epicenter, but they don't know he's there, so as in they don't know that Roshan's being taken out, because they don't have any wards around there.
Has fallen to the down.
Now they know.
Immortality.
Looks like they're not going to be backed off by it though. Tinker picking up a Plate Mill as well. Might actually go for a Assault Cross as well, even though they already have one and you kind of only wanted armor just once. But then again, I said, where is it? Yeah. The Dire team, Radiant team does not have an Assault Cuirass yet, so that would be very much possible if he was going to go for that instead. Indeed. Oh, hello S4. Just showing off. Look, I can walk into your Mercury machines and not die. Look. I'm wondering if they're going to do what I... Oh, wow, nice Shackle. Power Shot will go through as well, but he can't really follow it up. It's too risky. Unless they would have had a Black Hole, which they could have had if they just picked it up. Instead of the Tinker or the Windrunner. But then again, they didn't, so I won't discuss that. Lone Druid has got the cheese, so that will also help out. I'm quite surprised that they're not pushing in yet, because they could. They probably know they could too. They're just looking for the right opening, looking for the right team fight. They might have it soon though. Do they have a dust? No, they have a smoke though. Let's see if they got any more. Wow, where are you? There you are. And we saw the Reaver already up on the Night Stalker. He's gonna go for a heart, just to make sure that he is extra tanky, because he is a tank. Look at his HP, 2800 gold. He's got more than the bear. More than the bear. Darkness has been popped. They want to go for it. As soon as the creep wave is here, we're gonna see the pipe going up, and then they're gonna go in as this creep wave goes down. And it's gonna be Windrunner that has to TP here if they're gonna continue pushing this. She's just turning around, backing off. Can't say the same thing for the Sand King though, and you kinda need him. There's the Shiva's Guard. Rocket. There's the pipe! That is Wolf that wants to go in for this one. But look at the hard offensive NEXT.kz he's playing and making sure that they're not going to get caught out. Okay, Wolf thinks, okay, well, let's go on the tower. Burst strike, edge center, going out from the Stand King. Belton taking a lot of damage. Sonic Wave going through. Venommancer ulti here too. As the first one to go down is a Venommancer, but he already did his ulti, so that's not really that much of a problem. Lone Druid going down for Wolves, and that will start the retreat from Wolves because they need that one swap. Saves the Enchantress from going down, as Sand King is being forced off into safety. We have got a nice wall from the Darkseer that nobody dares crossing. As one kill on both sides, but Venommancer dying is not that bad, especially since he already did his ultimate. Burst strike slightly too late from Stalcat. But Lone Druid actually going down here. He was focused down so fast, so hard, that, well, they can't really push in without that one. They can't really do it. They need their Lone Druid. They need to get those towers. So they backed off. Burst strike, Queen of Pain. Shackle does let him to a dead creep. Queen of Pain going down, but has an Aegis. TP in from Tinker as well. Will they be able to kill her off again? She will be able to blink out. No, she won't. There is, wow, sorry, Burst strike and the sheep stick, and that's gonna be the end. And the sheep stick completed on the Tinker also means, of course, that every time he does a rearm, he will be able to get another sheep as well. So that's gonna be very tricky to deal with. As everything is almost tricky to deal with, and he's gonna TP it back to the middle lane. He's got plenty of mana anyway, he doesn't really need to go back towards his base so far. Tower's gonna get pressured. This is gonna be the first tier 2 tower that's gonna go down on the side of the Wolves. And it looks like NEXT.kz is ready to push in more for this. As they're taking advantage of Queen of Pain still being away from that one. And even with this massive kill, well, difference, Graph is going up once again, and NEXT.kz is not letting themselves get scared. We've still 25k experience advantage in favor of Wolves, but they still want to push down this tower. Look at this tower going down slowly but steadily. Nice Starker looking for a kill. Gonna silence upon the Windrunner. Gonna leap a Void as well as the Reeves puts up a surge. There's Tinker as well. Will be able to kill off Lucky before he goes down. There goes the Cheese. BKB up though. Shackle does not latch. Partial does not go through. Burst strike. Vacuum. Not gonna hit. Impetus up on Stalcat doing a lot of damage, and that force stab will actually finish him off. Stun going off of Stalcat, 2 down in favor of Wolves now, as Tinker is gonna TP out of that one. Will be able to do so. Windrunner is gonna try to do the same. Will she be able to do it? No, because there's a swap. Lone Druid getting a double kill for that one, and that is gonna be 1 versus 3 in favor of the Wolves. I mean, Queen of Pain went down, out of position, definitely. But the fight that followed up on it was actually, well, if you don't count Queen of Pain dying, because technically she didn't really die in that fight, it was definitely a fight in favor of Wolves. Even though they did get some damage done on the tower, but not as much as he probably would have hoped. Invisibility rune up on the Darkseers is waiting for the heroes and the creep wave to push in, because we can guarantee that happens. Here they come. Still 30 seconds without the Windrunner, 20 seconds without the without the Sand King, and that's just something that you really want to have. Vacuum, Rocket, Gale going through as well, but who cares about Gale? You want the tower, and they will get the tower as well. Look at how tanky that Beltman swap, stun, Piglet, equal, going down here, Vengeful Spirit taking the last hit, Tinker buys back instantly because he doesn't want to lose those barracks. And it's gonna be Reese that's gonna try to kill all the bear. Vacuum will put them all back in place. We'll create some illusions along the way as well. As Enchantress is gonna try to get away from that one. We'll probably be able to do so though. She has as an Aegis Antennas on cooldown. Shackle, Night Stalker going down. Darkseer taking the kill. 1 for 1 right now. The buyback from Tinker was definitely worthwhile, and they did not manage to kill off a barracks, even though they were very close. They were able to take down a tower, and that is a good thing to have, but they need some barracks going down here as well. 1600 gold up on the Sand King, as I did not see him use his Sheeva's guard in the previous game. Actually, Shackle does latch Enchantress to a tree. There goes the Sheeva's guard. There's going to be Vengeful Spirit in a lot of trouble here, as she does not have any mana to slow or stop her attackers from. Mechanism will help though, and as will the rest of her team. Slow up on the Sand King. Force stop. We'll make sure. Oh, Burrow strike up on 3 heroes. Well, actually 2, but the bear was there as well. And Surge will make sure that he gets away from that one. And everybody happy. Well, apart from their team getting a win, I guess. Then you're not really all that happy. Just checking over items, see if I missed anything out of the ordinary. Enchantress actually picking up a drum after Aghanim Scepter. Might still pick up a Force Staff. 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 And Queen of Pain, actually, look at her gold. She's got 4,600 gold. She might be going for an MKB. It's an item that she probably wants to have just to make sure that she can kill off a Windrunner, even if she's Windrun. Windrun? Yeah, that's a word. But we're gonna see if that's actually what she wants to go for. She's still continuing her farm, wanting to go for something. Has her eyes set on something, but we will find out what it is. Sooner or later, we just have to be patient. As Tinker has now got 2,500 gold up again, is building towards the Sultra still. As Windrunner picked up a ultimate orb, wanted to go for that cheap stick. Probably. Probably, yeah. Just in case anybody walks into the Tinker, they want to be able to sheep him until reinforcement comes, perhaps. If they're going to be able to do that. Which is not a really easy thing to do. They can't really be all too spread out. But it looks like they're trying to not be all that spread out either. So, in that sense, they are in the right direction, definitely. And we did see just now, I mean, even with the difference that we have 14k gold in favor of Wolves. We have 25k experience in favor of Wolves, but the last couple of team fights, it has been one won a team fight, then the other one a team fight, then one won a team fight, then the other again. It's been really even. You see, Demon has indeed been built up on the Queen of Pain, so we might indeed see a MKB. As she picked up a haste rune and is gonna use it to get extra farm, because you know we can never have too much farm. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna continue to push out, because that's one of the most annoying things. You can't really push in all that much versus Tinker. I mean, even with your Spirit Bear, you have that advantage of sending your bear in, but March of the Machines will also do a lot of damage to your bear. You don't really want that. We see a Night Stalker picked up a Heart of Tarask, and actually something that I wasn't expecting. Well, actually, I did call it earlier, Tinker probably going towards his sheep stick, and he did finish it now. Is that what he bought? No. No! Where? There it is! He bought a Sheeva's Guard, that's the one I meant, because he already had the sheep stick, of course. I was gonna go for his Sheeva's Guard. And Roshan is not up yet, but very close to it, and Dyer knows that. Gotta be very careful. 55 minutes into this game, by the way. Starting to go pretty late game. And if we look at the lineups, I mean, there's not really that many really late game heroes. There's no Void, there's no Morphling. It's just very even. As in, team-wise. I mean, they can have a Queen of Pain and a Lone Druid semi-carrying, but they can also have a Tinker and a Windrunner semi-carrying. It's well, best of both worlds, or the worst of both worlds. On both sides, anyway. Darkseer, it's got a Assault Grass complete. Looks like NEXT.kz is ready for it. They want to push more. Roshan is probably up against too, and they gotta take their advantage. They know they're giving away Roshan. And actually they're backing off rapidly again. Oh, but will they get caught out? S4 wants to get someone. Shackle doesn't let. Silence upon Reeves as well as a Void. Force up will help him out though. No epicenter from the Sand King, but he did blink Burrow Strike. Sonic Wave, and there goes both Sheeva's Guard on both teams. Venomous ulti helping out. BKB is up on the Night Stalker though. He will try to get out to Tinker. Will probably be able to do so. There we go. Gets the kill. In the meantime, Venomous is taking care of the Vengeful Spirit. And there goes the Lone Druid killing off the Darkseer as well, as he was the first target for them, and actually now he finally went down. Queen of Pain taking care of the Venomancer, as Windrunner's gonna try to TP out of this one, and will she be able to do that? Yes, she will. It's 3 versus 1 at this time, where Wolves is able to take the lead, still in this team fight. And Queen of Pain is, yeah, she's having a good time. 4,700 gold up on her already. And actually the Tinker dying in the fight is a major loss, and we might see Wolves just rushing to that middle lane to try to take something in return, because they know with the Tinker now dead they will be able to do a lot, and we do see them going towards that middle lane. If they're rushing, I'm not sure. They're gonna have to need the creep wave though. Darkseer buying back into the game because they know they can't do with too many heroes dead. Can Tinker buy back though? No, he can't. He cannot. He doesn't have enough. Venomancer can't buy back either. But yeah, he is up already almost 23 seconds without a Tinker. Then all they need to do, as we see Darcy being turned into a Piglet, being forced out the way as well. Sand King burst striking in, popping into the Sandstorm, tossing his Sheeva's Guard in the mix as well. Mechanism here's still on the Radiant side to help to keep them alive, but that's the power of the bear, just being able to kill off the barracks in the meantime. Shackle doesn't let you, that's Wolves backing off again, as the bear actually is very low. Is he gonna be, oh, he's gonna get an urn charge, okay, that's fine. But this is what they came for, and this is what they got. And that's all they wanted, and they did not lose any heroes getting that, so they just backed out and took that one for themselves. And we're gonna see probably more of those. I mean, it's really both teams are still playing very careful, but Wolves has a bit more advantage, and they know that, and they're trying to make advantage of that by just pure force right now, or at least using their survivability, which they have, pure basically combination with levels as pipe as a mechanism. They do have a mechanism, don't they? Yes, they do.
Went well.
Enchantress killing off the Tinker. Wow. She said that went well. I'm sure it did, but it did not went well for the Tinker, because Tinker is one of those heroes that he only just got back. He only just got back from being dead, and he's now dead for another 70 seconds. So this might be the cue that Wolves needed to push down the middle tower, bottom tower rather. And if they're gonna be able to do that, maybe in the meantime the creep wave will be pushed out into the middle, and the creeps will be able to take the range barracks as well. As Queen of Pain is gonna make sure that the lane is pushed towards that. She will be able to just do that as well. More stuff on the jungle first mechanism there too. We saw them earlier. NEXT.kz, did he just really want to walk into that shackle? Doesn't latch. Mantis taking some harassment. Where's the darkness? Darkness could pop. They might wait for the next creep wave though. Who cares? Yeah, there's a darkness. Who cares about next creep wave? Burst like epicenter, but BKB is up on the Queen of Pain. Doesn't do anything. Sand King did not get anything done with his ultimate. Venomance has still got his ultimate off before he died though. Did do something with that one. Nice shackle flip on the Windrunner, but it was, well, it was not worth it. She is forced back to the base. Burst strike in the meantime up on the Queen of Pain. The Sand King still wants to go for her. And the blink burst strike up on her did not do anything. Swap going out as well up on the Darkseer will go down here, and Chandra's taking the last hit, and that is Wolves probably gonna be taking this barracks. Where is the bear? Where is the bear? Bear is dead? I guess the bear is dead. It's a shame, and that's where the Radiance is at as well, so it's just a big loss there. And there goes the ranged barracks as well. And they can't really rotate to the top lane in case people are wondering, because they have to kill off the tier 2 tower here first. In the meantime though, Sheever's Guard going off once again, another one for the Radiant as well. BKB is up on the Night Stalker though, who cares about the Sheever's Guard? And that's gonna be Enchantress taking the kill on the Tinker. It's gonna be Sand King who's gonna take a lot of harassment, will probably go down as well. If he just one more scream will do the job. Actually blinks away in time. Venomance is still going down to the Queen of Pain though, and there goes the Sand King as well, double kill for him. And that is a team wipe, and that is a GG called for NEXT.kz, and that means that in this GosuLeague match it's gonna be 1 point for each team, because they both were able to take a win against the opponents. And as I said, this is a league system, and this is like, okay, 2 games, you get a point for each win. Person at the end, team at the end to get the most points wins. It's pretty simple. And yeah, there goes the end screen as well, and that's gonna be the power of the Lone Druid, just continuing to farm and getting those kills up. And we're gonna just have the end screen up for a second here, as I will tell you that I am Sheever. I made GosuGamers caster. Go check out GosuGamers.net for your esports information, not just Dota 2, but a lot of other games as well if you're interested in that. And my name is Sheever. You can find me on SheeverGaming.com, so go check that out. You can find me on there also, where you can find me on YouTube and you know, stuff like that if you want. There's gonna be more games. I believe I might be too late for the first game of Z Nation. No, not Z Nation. Sorry, Z Home versus Navi. But I will probably be in time for the second one. So stay tuned. I will find out for you what's gonna come up next. So don't go anywhere.